Hello everybody, it's Ty here at Spotlight Characters on the corner of Tiger and Walton, right by Eureka Pizza here in Bentonville, Arkansas. And I'm going to give you a bit of a store tour to show you what all we have to offer and what may be coming in the near future. So let's check it out. This first section right when you walk in the door is 1920s, 30s, and all the way up through the 80s and 90s. It's on both sides. We do have shorter ones also on this side, anything from furs from the 20s all the way through the 50s, poodle skirts, and even up through the 70s and 80s, anything from the sequin tops to big furs, you name it. Then we move on right over here to our Renaissance section. We've got knights, we've got kings, queens, and then move into our pirates and steampunk. And then we even have occupation costuming. Most of it is authentic. We do have some character style occupation, but you name it, we've probably got something that could work for you in those sections. We then move into our cultural. We do have some really neat, authentic cultural costuming as well. And even to our gypsies, we had some people come in for Oktoberfest. We do have some things for males and females on that. And then of course, if you have your intense theme parties and you want to do like a toga party or some Egyptian style, we have some things that work for that too. Of course, we do have a wide selection of accessories that can help you bring your costume to life. Anything from, of course, your banners, if you're a true Potter fan, all the way up through our galactic heroes, wigs, mermaid, of course, in fantasy, and even including elf ears, which are really, really cool and easy to use. And then of course our overall fishnet section if you're doing something that's more along the lines of 70s or 80s, or even if you're doing something like Rocky Horror Picture Show. You name it, we have something like that. We also do have a big, huge wig wall. This is just a small selection of the wigs that we do offer in store. And then of course, let's go back to our princesses, movies, superheroes. Let's come check that out. Of course, we put it all in a separate room. So I'm just gonna allow the camera to kind of sweep through and show you what we have. We start out, of course, with our superheroes. We have anything from your basic superhero all the way up through some authentic style superhero work, like our big Batman. And even as far as the cowl, the gauntlets, the chest piece. So it can get pretty intricate in here, even with our superheroes. Then of course we move into our princesses. Anything from princes, princesses, any other extra ones like Peter Pan and Captain Hook. And then of course we move into more of our fairy tales and of course movies like Wizard of Oz. We've got Raggedy Ann and Andy, you name it. We've got something, and we hand make a lot of this, and then of course the other pieces we use to piece together to create these costumes. Of course, we have our galactic heroes, which are really popular, our space style, and then of course our Wizard World section, which is on point. Now, of course, we can always accessorize and create your own witch or wizard. I know that's locally they have some kind of things that pop up for that, so come check it out. Now, one biggest thing is we also have a good selection of mascots that are in here that can be rented as well. You can call to inquire about what options we have, how you can go about using them. One of the really cool things about our mascots is you can either hire an actor to come in the mascot, or you can rent the mascot and put your own person in it, so it can kind of work with your budget. Now, let's go check out some more of our costuming back through here. We do have a nice selection of themed footwear as well. Depending on your foot size, you can either rent from us, or if you would like to, you can also order it in. That is another option as well. Some people like to have their own shoes, especially if you do tend to reach a certain decade a lot. Now, of course, we have our seasonal section, which in this case right now is our Halloween section, and we switch this out for all of our Christmas rentals as well. But you can come in and kind of pick out what you want. We had somebody, this is, of course, a very popular costume, but we also had somebody come in and rent this for a vintage clown and then just switched it up how they needed to. So there's many ways that the costuming here can work. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, it is high quality. Now moving back through here, we do have our huge animal section, anything from kids style animal costuming all the way up through adults. We move into more of our wackier style costuming, whether it's we got Granny, we've got our big blow up style costuming like the big T-Rexes, chefs, We even do have these style suits as well, just depending on how goofy and silly you want to get with it. And of course, if you have a crazy hat day at work, a lot of our accessory rentals run around $5, so you can rent a hat for $5 for crazy hat day at work. We then move into our clowns and our food, our leatherware for like motorcycling. We had some people use this for Rocky Horror Picture Show style stuff. And then we move into our sports section, and then finally into our children's section. A lot of our children's section that we have kept is high quality style stuff. I mean, look at this. This is a very strong pleather as well. So you can get a good price on your rentals for kids here especially. Now, of course, I mentioned decade costuming, but what about the beginning of America? We have anything from kids to adults for early America. Moving through even, there's Napoleon. We have, of course, Washington and Martha Washington. We have Abraham Lincoln. And then, of course, we do have, a lot of people ask, you know, when they're accessorizing, do you have petticoats? This is not all we have, but we do have a wide selection of petticoats that can go under these historical garments as well. And then we do have our cowboys, our saloon girls, our Indians. Now, one thing that I want to point out while we're over here, we have a lot of people that come in for cowboys and Indians or 1920s. One thing that we try to focus on is that if women want to be a gunslinger, we do have an option for women to be a gunslinger. Same thing with our 1920s. Some women want to be able to be a gangster. We do have women options in gangster costuming, so you can really mix it up and get as creative as you want to. Now, one of the biggest additions is people ask us, you know, you have rental costuming, but do you have costumes for sale as well? Well, as of now, I can answer that question as yes. So let's go check it out. This is one of our new additions. Now, we do have everything from new all the way through gently used costuming as well. So I'll let the camera kind of scan through and show you. We do have our kids section that has some new and gently used options. And we're even getting rid of some costuming that is really high quality, like this, that is purely detailed and unique, all the way through the smaller end of things. So just kind of whatever your budget is. Some people like to purchase, some people like to rent. And then, of course, it allows you to get more creative by being able to take these pieces that are for sale and make them your own. I mean, you could even take, you know, one of the cheerleader costumes and zombify it, you name it. And these ones you can get creative with. A lot of our rentals, it just depends on the kind of stuff you're using. You know, a lot of people ask about using fake blood with that kind of thing. Well, with our costumes, as long as you can wash it out in the rental section, that's an option. But here, once you purchase from the sale section, it's yours to do with as you please. Now, of course, we also do have a wide selection of Santa suits. These are full, complete Santa suits that come with everything you see on the wall. One of the biggest things is it includes gloves, along with that complete general Santa suit that you see. All you have to add is glasses. With these, our Santa suits these full Santa suits run around $100. So it's not a bad price for getting a full Santa suit. So come check these out. We got plenty of them to put in your hands. Another thing that we have is a wide selection of masks. Now, of course, these masquerade masks, we have different qualities depending on kind of what you're wanting to spend budget-wise. We have some here, and then we do have some in the main room in the cases as well, right by our makeup cases. And then some unique footwear as well, depending on what you are wanting to do and purchase in store. We do have catalogs, so you can order things through us as well. So don't hesitate to ask while you're in store about those options. Now let's go check out something that is really popular, our special effects and theatrical style makeup. We have both Ben Nye brands, and we also have Mayron as well. And then, of course, mixed in the middle of it, we do also have Pixie Paint. Now, this Pixie Paint is healthy for children. It is non-toxic. It has all natural oils and mixture in it, and so it is healthy for children's skin. And we have anything from the actual Pixie Paint all the way up through. If you look up here, you can also see the creams as well, which are a little bit smaller sparkle. And then, of course, we have our generic basic style makeup as well, depending on kind of what your budget is, what you're wanting to go for, and then all the extra accessories to make your look the best it can be. And of course, our most popular is our decade section of accessories. Now, of course, we're happy to help you guys out as you come in, give you advice on what you might need, and we can go from there. I mean, we can even build a costume if we need to from scratch, just pairing things together, and then give you a price based on what all you collect. So come in and see us here at Spotlight Characters, again on the corner of Tiger and Walton, right by Eureka Pizza. We hope to see you soon. I'm Ty. See you guys later.